What's going on, family? You already know who it is. I'm Young Black Man coming back at y'all with another video. I hope everybody's doing well this afternoon or whenever you see this video. Today we're going to discuss a topic. Today's topic or today's theme is Reality Thursdays or Realism Thursdays, in which we pick a topic that we talk about and we're just going to be real with it. Have a discussion and a discourse and just a dialogue about what I feel that is an important topic. And today I want to talk about brothers. We must reclaim the community. As you see from the thumbnail and from the words, one of my favorite quotes of all time comes from Frederick Douglass, and it states it's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. And basically what that means is it's easier to build the next generation up, it's easier to build us up, it's easier to build the community up than ultimately have to repair the dangerous and negative outcomes that are associated with no structure, with no identity, and ultimately living even in the crisis that we're living in right now. So his words are very true to this day. So how do we reclaim the community? It depends on what age you are, brother. You might say, well, what in the world? How do we reclaim the community? We as men, I personally believe, and maybe it's an unpopular opinion in 2019, but as long as I'm on this earth, I believe this. I believe that God put us on here as black men, men in general, but particularly talking about our case, black men in general, to be leaders of the household, to be leaders in our community, and ultimately to carry on the legacy that our ancestors have built, and so forth. And every single man must be a leader, not only within himself, not only within his life, but also within the community. That's my personal opinion. And we need to reclaim the community. That's not saying that we've already gone all the way out and there's nobody there. There's so many great male mentors and leaders and so many black men doing such great things, but we still need more. Still need more. It's almost like I use the analogy of if you pay rent or mortgage or electric bill or car insurance or even tuition if you're in college, even if tuition if you're in high school, whatever. We paid it for that month got by the skin of our teeth and paid it, but guess what? It gotta roll back around the next month, the next semester, whatever, and you gotta pay dues all over again. So we gotta continue to work and continue to build. So every single month, without cease, without stop, we must build towards a certain goal. So that's maybe a poor analogy, but it's a good analogy that I use because again, building up the community is not a one-time thing. It's not a one-time volunteer opportunity. It's not a one-time donation. It's not a one-time guest lecture. It's a continuous effort. It's a continuous process. So, just like the scripture says, iron sharpens iron. We must continue to sharpen ourselves, sharpen the community, build up leaders and build up great men, and provide a structure so that we all succeed within every single facet of life. Some practical examples of that, I give you a story. Going to story time. When I first got to college, I went to a community college at first. In the first two semesters, I kind of did my own thing, whatever. Then the kind of third and fourth semester, I started getting involved in activities and so forth on campus. I would definitely say get involved early, but that was just the situation I did it in. And I remember going to this Bible study, and I'd already had a friend on campus, a friends on campus, but I saw this one brother, he was at the Bible study. I just said, you know what, I'm gonna go to this Bible study. I've been seeing this flyer for the last year or last two semesters. I'm gonna go ahead and try it out and see what it's about. And I saw him there. So him and I became even better friends because we knew each other going to the Bible study. And then one day we was sitting up. I said, bro, I said, all these dudes, I said, all of us, we had kind of like a little crew, like a little circle. I remember just being on there wasn't a whole lot of brothers on that campus, so we kind of, some of us kind of stuck together, especially the like-minded ones, kind of just stuck together, which were trying to get through in school, very goal-oriented. And we sat there and we like, bro, I said, we the only two ones to go to this Bible study. I said, why everybody else? And he was like, nah, they probably not going to feel it. He said, they be laughing. I said, bro, have you ever asked him, do they want to go? He's like, no. Nah. I just simply just said, I said, hey, bro, they got Bible study in the next building over. I said, they got free pizza and stuff. Y'all don't feel like paying for, food because at this school there was no cafeteria, whatever. You go get food, you have to go out and go get it. I was like, bro, if you don't want to leave campus this time, go get lunch. I said, come to Bible study with us. I said, we're real cool. I said, we discussed a lot of important things. And because of that, two went the first time. And then as the weeks went on, more and more went. So it started off with just me going by myself, and then me and my friend going, which was two. Then it started off being four of us. Then by the time I left and got ready to graduate, we were rolling up in that 7, 8 deep. Then they stopped going just for the pizza. They stopped going to hear the word as well. Those little things right there are building communities. Iron sharpens iron. We're building each other up as men, right? So in every single perspective, we can do the small things, or even what seems small to us, great things, to continue to build a community. and build strong children, not repair broken men. Had the opportunity to help my mentor. I used to be a mentee in the program. Now I'm a mentor in the program. So many things. Even this semester right now, as we get into the new year and going back to school and finish up my last couple semesters of college and get my second degree, I thought about trying to start an organization for young brothers on campus. I said maybe, juniors and seniors, we can get together and show the freshmen and sophomores how we are successful. And at the very least, maybe open up to sophomores and freshmen, and maybe have an event where we can go out into the local high schools, the predominantly African American high schools, and maybe they can come up to the college campus and we show them, how we maneuver as college men. Maybe teach them how to tie ties. Maybe provide lunch for them and just talk and have that dialogue. What are your needs? What can we help you with to help you in your journey and go to college? So many things we can do to build a community up, but we must take our righteous place as men. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing, and again, this is Reality Thursday, so some of these videos, the flow is going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to, speaking off the top of the dome, but also just being straight up, not being as politically correct as I am any other day. But I'm just sick and tired of seeing a lot of times us not taking our righteous spot as leaders, as men. People saying, well, I don't believe in entitlement. No, I don't believe in entitlement either. But this is the one time I say that we are legit entitled. If we carry ourselves in a correct manner, if we're doing things right, if we're righteous men, we're entitled to be leaders. We are made to be leaders. That's probably a better word than entitled. We were made to be leaders in our mind and our program and our thoughts, ultimately in our hearts. So we must take the community back slowly and surely. We must take the community back, respecting the elders, respecting the sisters, building. You see right here, even within the collage I did to create this video, all the brothers you see mentoring programs and the black teachers and sitting down one-on-one and talking with brothers, and even brothers communicating with ourselves to try to make ourselves the best possible. There's so many things that we can do to build up the community or support those who are building up the community, who are doing the great things and doing that great work that even sometimes we may not have time to do, but we also must play a vital part in building up the community. Just teaching assertiveness, teaching authenticity, teaching brothers to be real and be genuine and be honest, teaching thought process of self-defense, teaching the thought process of self-love, teaching the thought process of respect and getting that respect back, teaching young brothers how to properly, you see the brother in one of the tiles on the corner, teaching them how to properly shake hands and make eye contact when you're shaking hands, teaching them how to save money, how to invest, how to spend their money wisely, teaching them maybe algebra if they need help with reading, if they need help with just regular decision making, whatever it might be, being there in that time, in that moment, to take the opportunity to help build the community. We can't keep doing the things that we do. There was a viral video going on. I'm not going to go into the viral video because everybody's giving their take on it, but what I saw in that viral video just made my head turn, because at that particular moment I knew that they were in the midst of men who had not fully been developed in their masculine energy to be able to take over the situation, to be able to do the right thing and the righteous thing, and to be able to take their position as men. So when we see stuff like that happen, we want to easily blame, the brothers, or easily want to blame the system. But no, I say, no, let's not blame anybody. Let's try to go in and fix that so the situation doesn't happen again. We are living in a system, in a society, in a culture that tries to destroy masculine energy, that tries to destroy particularly black masculine energy, true black masculine energy. We got to live in a system, in a society that tries to promote fast cash, that tries to promote the skinny jeans, try to promote and not mean not dissing it, but listen to what I'm saying very carefully. Try to promote the abuse of drugs and alcoholism, the abuse of women, the abuse even of ourselves. Ultimately, not even having self-love for ourselves, that we would even accept the conditions that we're living in, accept the thought process that we have, accept the low levels of masculine energy that we perceive as being masculine and being manly, accept even being, what's the right term I want to use, even being used by those we consider lovers or friends, or consider being used by just society in general. Even with the process of the California wildfires, when I told the brother and I tweeted that out, they said I believe it was 40% of all the people fighting the fires in California as quote unquote volunteer firefighters were prisoners, and they were paying them 40 cents an hour versus they were paying the other firefighters $40 and $80 an hour. And that's not me saying I respect firefighters to the highest. It's one of the greatest jobs they ever have. You got to be tough to have that job. But the point I'm using is the privatization of the prison system, even using our brothers that are incarcerated. It's almost like convict leasing. We're still going through the same issues over and over again. But if we're able to go in early and show the community and show the next generation of bros, and even show the bros currently that I'm talking about right now how to be on a righteous path, then we can build strong men up, and the community will ultimately become better. We teach the process of the law of having responsibility, having respect, having self identity, having masculine identity, knowing who you are as men, having the principles of self defense, the principles of self respect, the principles of just respect in general, conflict resolution. Teaching all these things, how to dress, how do we conduct ourselves, how do we have those conversations, how do we even be brothers amongst ourselves. A lot of those things that we miss out on. So many bros are missing out on. Watching a live stream today, one of the OGs were talking, and so many young bros came in and said, well, how do I do this? Well, how do I, how do I now get out of the process? I didn't have a father figure in my life. How do I now go about being a man? And he was telling them, get coaching. And a lot of times that's great. Yeah, bros need coaching, but some of them may not be able to pay for coaching, might not be able to pay. If you can, definitely do that. Even like I say, getting personal training, you're trying to get your body right. Sometimes you do have to pay for stuff. But at the same time, we should have stuff in schools. We should have programs implemented on all college campuses where, the brothers there on how do we do these certain things. And finals great, man. I've been so blessed with the opportunity that I went from middle school, had mentors there. I transitioned to high school ages, and they might not have been there all the time, but I had, and even the high school ages, had great black male mentors there. Went to one school, a community college, and it's funny how just the Most High works, and had several mentors there. First started off, the very first person I ever met on that campus was just somebody I met randomly, who was over financial aid department, and he had become my supervisor because I worked there as a student assistant. And he got me in touch with another brother who ended up being a mentor for an organization we were trying to start, and he ended up looking out for me. And then I ended up meeting, because I met him, meeting the director over student affairs, or I didn't coordinate student affairs, whichever it might be in. And then he ended up being one of my mentors. And then I'm at the school I'm at currently, and he works there now, and he's still my mentor. And even at this old school, I met 3-4 great male mentors, professors, teachers, just regular staff members who stepped in and definitely taken a personal investment in the brothers on campus, and everybody on campus, but particularly some of the brothers on campus. And you don't really see that a whole lot. And so many brothers might not be blessed with that opportunity to even get those kind of mentors. And that's why I started channels like this, where you might be at a school where that might not be happening, but you can come on here and be a safe space and ask any kind of question you want to have, and we'll be able to try to answer that for you. Be able to come on certain safe space, or I may be able to, if I can't answer, maybe direct you to a channel, or direct you to a program, or direct you to somebody who can answer those questions, who can be that mentor, who can have that communication with you. So I don't know, I just thought about that. I said we need to take the community back. I see a lot of times that hasn't been happening, because if that had happened, we wouldn't see these little fake little whoever, like J. Cole said in the song. He said little whoever. We wouldn't have those in the community. We wouldn't have these viral videos of not being in righteous destiny. We wouldn't have these videos that make us shake our head. We wouldn't have anything that focuses solely on the negative of us being in a thought process of negativity. We wouldn't have these things if righteous divine men were able to step back in our place, reclaim ourselves. And that's what we must do. We must reclaim our time. We must reclaim who we are as men, and continue to do that. And there's a lot of great brothers out there right now, and they actually, as we get older, passing the torch on to us. And for the younger brothers who are watching, you want to learn how to ultimately build up to that, and we want to be able to provide those as well. So I thought about that. We need to rebuild the community, define what real masculinity, righteous masculinity is, talk about it, discuss it, but then help the other brothers implement it in their lives and help them on a journey, but also even help ourselves on a journey. Continue to do that, continue to do those aspects. And as you see, we went from 1 or 2 bros in the Bible study to being rolled up that 7, 8 deep. Now bros going to go hang out or go do something crazy, or going to go smoke, or going to go, trying to plan some kind of part. We were going to Bible study legit. And that's the kind of images or narratives they don't want to show us as black men doing those positive things. But we must continue to do those positive things and continue to change the narrative and rewrite the narrative and write our own narrative. Everybody gets a chance to write theirs. We must write ours and show us as real men taking action, doing the things we possibly can be, being the fathers, sons, brothers, cousins, mentors, mentees, being the men that we are, and ultimately being the leaders that we must be. So I thought about that real quick. Peace and blessing each and every one of y'all. Sorry the video was kind of late, had a lot to do today. But again, this is Reality or Realism Thursday. I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow as we're going to go on freestyle, and we're going to talk about Freestyle Fridays and what we got coming up, planned for that. So peace and blessing each and every one of y'all. I'm on to the next one. Peace.